We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it?
breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back.
We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way.
Searching for the road to the way back.
We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know your history? History.
Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know your history? History.
Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back.
We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way.
Searching for the road to the way back.
We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know your history? History.
Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know your history? History.
Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back.
We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way.
Searching for the road to the way back.
We don't know our Father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know your history? History.
Yeah. know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, he done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws I got they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah. You hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, he done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws I got they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah. You hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, he done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws I got they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah. You hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know
going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, history. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, history. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, history. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, history. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History, history. Yeah.
know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws of God, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws of God, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws of God, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Do you know what to do? lot of things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing, so amazing. I flip the page, I see it written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hearkening, that if you will today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, follow me, yeah, to the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, to the Saturday, then we go and keep it holy and make it to the next day. Do you know what today is? It's our hidden history, our hidden history. Do you know what today is? History. Tell me, do you know? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me.
Hey, shalom. Most Son Christ bless. Shalom. We're back. We're back. Sorry for the delay. We had to gather some information before we start the class. I didn't want to leave anything out. We're still gathering things right now, actually. So just bear with us. You are now tuned into
Our Hidden History Radio Show.
We're back. Officer Haim is here. All praises.
All praises.
Original cast member is here.
Cap, man.
We got
Shout out to Cap.
Yeah, we got an absent cat. I call him absent cat. He's here, but he'll be all right. He's under the weather, so
He's better, Cap.
under the weather.
Ginger.
Yeah, ginger and all that, man. Ginger and garlic and all that stuff, vampire stuff. Anyway, we're gonna jump into it. Bishop touched on yesterday evening, the Sabbath class regarding the death of a queen. As you know, people are in mourning over the queen. Let me put that in quotes because she's not a queen at all. And we're going to depth in this, and she has inspired this class. To let you guys know, give me First Maccabees 3 and 48. I'm going to share something really fast. One of the things that, when you come into this history, come into this knowledge, you're going to find that a lot of things that you thought you knew, you did not know. This class this particular show is based upon revealing to our people things that they thought they knew, but you didn't know, or things you didn't know at all. I'll put it that way. So I'm gonna open up with 1 Maccabees 3:48. Read that real quick.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. Bring it out! And laid open the book of the law.
So the Maccabees, this is history of the time of the Greeks. This is known as the intertestamental period, the period between the Persian captivity and Roman captivity, which many of you Christians are unfamiliar with or choose to willfully be unfamiliar with. This history is the Greek captivity. And during this time, our forefathers, the Israelites, the Maccabee family, or the Hasmonean family, were revolting against the Greek regime, the Greek empire, the Greek reign. And when they came across the Greeks and what the Greeks were doing, we're going to read what the Greeks are doing to our records. Because if you examine history, get that real quick. Type in Ethiopian Bible. This is a video, matter of fact. If you find that video, please, where the brother shows the Ethiopian Bible, and he opens it up and it shows all the black images in it. You know what I'm talking about? If y'all can find that or look for that, that'd be great. Where a brother shows at the oldest. They say that it's one of the most oldest Bibles. Like it predates the King James. It's the oldest Bible, and I don't. And it has. They say it has first, second Maccabees. I think third Maccabees. Third Maccabees, from what I've heard, is simply the recap of the second one. It's nothing really. They say third to fourth Maccabees, something like that. No, it's not him. It's an older man. It's like an old video, like a TikTok video or something like that. It's not that one. And he opens it up. If someone who's watching knows what I'm talking about, please share that video with brothers up on the IT team. And I know it's a bit short notice. I wasn't intending on going to this, using this, but I want to use it just to show.
That's it.
It's a big Bible. Yeah, it's a big joint.
You show it one time.
I did, but I forgot where I got it from.
Click on that one.
Bishop showed it too on the shout out.
Yeah, I want that real quick.
It's not that one. It's not that one. It's an Edomite, right?
It's a Jake.
Nah,
It's a Jake showing it.
It's in Africa.
It's in Africa.
Is it the one with the color pictures?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
it
it's
shows yes Matthew, Saint Matthew, I believe.
Like the pictures have
drawn
some type of
in there,
covering.
yes.
It has a covering over it.
Well, while they're looking for that, give me 1 Maccabees 3:48 in the meantime.
Yes, sir.
Whoever.
Bishop shout out classes. I think he had that.
Is that it there?
That's not
No, that's not it there. That's not what I'm looking for. 1 Maccabees 3:48.
Yes, sir. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. Bring it out! And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So what you're going to find is that the Greeks sought to paint the likeness of their images in our Bibles. They tried to iconoclasm has been around for a long time. The term is called iconoclasm, and iconoclasm means image destroyer or image breaker. Now, you had instances where our people were opposed to images, or oftentimes destroy or deface them. But for the most part, the whitewashing of the images is in conjunction with iconoclasm. Goes into white folks taking our images or depictions of us being drawn in Europe where we ruled. I'm gonna show you that today, and basically painting themselves as us, as the prophets and so forth. The bishop and I've brought out many books. The bishop brought out books on Shout Out Tuesday, showing us ruling Europe, things of that nature, and they basically whitewash it. Now the reason why I'm mentioning the Queen and whitewashing it in the same breath is because that's what she is. She is a living embodiment of whitewashing. She was not a queen of England. Queen Elizabeth was not a queen. That's a German. Her and her family, there's a bunch of Germans that took the throne from the original black heirs of the Kingdom of England and Scotland and Ireland. That's why I've been going through such great lengths to show y'all how our forefathers from the time of Hannibal, from the time of Solomon, we sailed the seas, we circumnavigated Africa, we made it to Ireland, we made it to England, okay? We made it to these areas, and we named these places Iberian Peninsula, which goes back to Eber, goes back to Hebrews. We named Ireland Ibernicum or Iberion. Ireland was called Iberion, which goes back to Iberian or Eber, okay? Britain, the same thing. These islands, British Isles, was discovered pretty much. We came over there, we took it over, okay? We took those islands over and named them and named them as such. So what I want you guys to understand is that these people that claim descent of the English throne, the throne of England, that's a lie, man. It's a straight lie. So now I'm going to show y'all. You got it? So now we're going to show y'all a book. This is an Ethiopian Bible, one of the oldest Bibles in existence. And I'm going to show you what it has in it. Now, remember, the disciples in them, they went and they taught in Ethiopia. I brought this book out. What's it called, Jez? The book I brought out mentioned disciples going to Ethiopia. That was, which one was that? That wasn't Matthew, right? Was it Matthew? Or Bartholomew?
That's history of the Christian church.
Yeah, history of the Christian church.
That went to, yes, it was Bartholomew and I think Mark.
Yeah, Bartholomew, I believe Mark went to Ethiopia, okay? But I'm gonna show y'all real quick the book here. I'm gonna show you why the Greeks sought to paint the images. I'm gonna show y'all why the Greeks sought to paint the likeness of their images in our Bible. So watch what we did normally. Read this. Play this. Read this. Play this.
Ancient Ethiopian Bible revealed.
Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin, is painted black.
The disciple, the saints are black. They got Mary
today,
black.
Even today, we don't have. We
got
don't
Christ black there.
In churches, not always, a bright color, not black color. So it has to be studied very well, this type of documents. Look, even the evangelist. This is Matthew.
That's Matthew. Black as night.
Or the decorations. All this, and as I told you at the beginning, piece of clothes to cover. It is
right.
Cotton,
and we put cloth on it to preserve the images.
This is, homemade clothes, so they protect it not to be destroyed.
So I'm just showing. This is our oldest Bible. It's very, very old, and we had depictions of the disciples in them being black, Mary black, Christ black. The saints were the Israelites, black. So our forefathers had a habit of putting their images and depictions of themselves or their forefathers in Bibles. The Greeks saw that and said, nah, we're going to whitewash that. We're not going to allow these Negroes to put themselves in their Bible. No, we're not doing that. Give me Psalms. Let me see something. Hold on a second. Maccabees. Let me see something. Maccabees 2. Give me 2 Maccabees 2:14. Because what ended up happening was we went to war. We went to war with the Greeks, and things were lost. So when we recovered our Bibles, we found them drawing themselves over our images. Get verse 13.
2 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 13. The same things also were reported in the writings and commentaries of Nehemiah.
That's the book of Nehemiah. Go ahead.
And how he founding a library gathered together the acts of the kings and the prophets, and of David.
Psalms.
And the epistles of the kings concerning the holy gifts.
14.
In like manner also, Judas gathered together all those things that were lost by reason of the war we had, and they remain with us.
Right. The rest of the Bible, what remains of the Bible, they preserved it. But what they found when they gathered the Bibles, the way Nehemiah got the Bibles, they found the Greeks depicting themselves as us in our own Bibles. The arrogance and the pride of Esau has been around for ages. This man comes around and just paints himself as us. He's the Greeks. Why are you putting yourselves in our Bible for? You're not Israelites. But their pride and arrogance. Well, we're gonna put ourselves in your book. We're gonna make ourselves you. And the same thing with England. That so-called Queen of Elizabeth, she ain't no queen.
Right.
Then Elizabeth, I'm going to show y'all. Really quick, real quick. Get me Psalms also. Get 74. David prophesied they were going to do these things. David prophesied in the spirit that these nations are going to sit up there and do this. Psalm 74 and read verse 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 74 and verse 4. Thy enemies roar in the midst of thy congregations.
Watch this.
They set up their ensigns for signs.
They set up their ensigns for signs. They put up their white Jesus. They put up their Sistine Chapel, their Last Supper. That's their ensigns for signs. Yeah, that's how you guys do. Yeah, those are Jews right there. No, it's not. That's the queen right there. That's the prince. No, it's not. No, they're not. The Princess Diana. No, she wasn't. Her name was just this Diana. Michael Jackson wrote a song about her. Called "Dirty Diana." A song he wrote about her. It's not our people. It's not. They're not royalty. They are imposters. They're not royalty at all. I don't give a damn what Jeff Bezos said. Oh yeah, that sister spoke in the spirit. That sister was in the spirit, man. She wrote that. Uju. Shout out to Uju, man. Shout out to that sister. A round of applause for that sister that spoke that truth about her being. That woman was behind so much murder and theft. It don't make no sense.
Stole everything.
Looking like Gollum. She should have a ring of power on her finger. She got that book I want. So we're going to Silurians, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's go into that first. I'm gonna lead up to that.
And Deke, I want to make a point going back to First Maccabees 3:48 when they paint the likeness. Esau's still doing the same thing today with their movies. They still paint the likeness with their movies. A lot of stuff, a lot of movies and a lot of these shows that's coming out. That's us. The titles that they use, like they got different titles like Baron, and we used those titles when we were ruling.
Yeah,
and that was us when we was ruling.
You got that book we used before with the castles? They took them. Black castles and white.
They have it on there.
It's in there.
Yes, sir. Page 37. Look up page 37.
What book is that?
That's Conquest of Brazil. Conquest of Brazil.
Yeah, get real quick. Conquest of Brazil, real fast. Conquest of Brazil.
Like I was looking up Game of Thrones. I was looking up Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is a good show with the Targaryens and the dragons, and that show is good.
Right.
So we watch it. We're like, yo, Blake, Jake, watch it. Yo, that show is good, yo. And you thinking, yes, yeah. Oh, British, yeah. Hello, Targaryen.
right.
Cheerio, pip, pip, pip. All that other nonsense. Like, you thinking, why they always sound British? Because a lot of them are based upon the Britons.
Yes, sir.
Those families is based upon Bretonian, I should say, history. So they make them sound British because those characters are based upon the Britons. And I've showed y'all time and time again that the Britons were our people that sailed over there to the British Isles and became Britons. The Karate Kid, I showed you that last week. That book, The Black Man, the Princess Karate Kid,
right.
He was a Breton. They said that the Romans conquered him. He was a king, a Bretonian king, and he was brought to the same vassalage as the Negroes they had in slavery in the South. That's in that book. Because he's telling you that Karate Kids, like the Negroes, which they are the same people, were made slaves by the Romans. And Karate Kid is the forefather of King Arthur, who was not a king really because he died before his father did. His father was a king, but he was a chief. Okay, these guys were Britons. These are Britons, Welsh.
Right.
It's the same people, man. It's all the same. Go ahead, read that. Watch this. This goes right back to First Maccabees 3 and 48. This class is going to go into evolve around First Maccabees 3, 48. Go ahead.
From the period of Moorish dominance in Portuguese history, 3 things are worth stressing as bearing directly upon 20th century Brazil. And the first has to do with just that subtle difference between brown and brunette.
Brown and brunette is the same. Go ahead.
Many North Americans.
The word brun and brunette is brown. Brownette. Like if a woman is a brunette, she has brown hair, dark brown hair. So brun is an old term we use for brown. So Brunson, son of the brown, or a brunette, or burn, same thing. Go ahead.
Many North Americans profess horror at the intermarriage of white and colored types, which is so common in South America. Mm-hmm. Mark well then that the first contact of the Portuguese and Spanish with a darker skinned people was the contact of the conquered with their brown skinned conquerors.
Stop. It says the first encounter between Portuguese and Spanish and dark skinned people was between the conquered and the conqueror. We were the conquerors. This is the Moors. This is in reference to the Moors ruling over Europe, over Spain, Portugal. We had the land. We had the world on lock. It was called the Dark Ages. We conquered the world. We had the world. We were not all righteous, but we still ruled the planet. We ruled the earth, ruled the world on this side of the world, and we ruled the world on the other side. Go ahead.
And the darker man was the more cultured, more learned, more artistic.
The black man was the more learned. We still are, but we've been destroyed. We were the more cultured. We had baths. You know, Esau don't really care about baths much. They don't really care much to wash. We had baths. In fact, when the white men took over, they destroyed the baths. I brought that out in class a couple of years ago, that they actually came in and destroyed the bathhouses. We had public bathhouses. They destroyed them. They weren't fond of that. They believed that the worse you smelled, the more holier you were. That was their term. That was what they believed. I believe Queen Isabella, they said she washed twice in her life. Twice. She used the bath twice in her life. In her time she lived, she bathed twice.
Damn.
So you can only imagine what this dude, what's his name? King Ferdinand was just banging funk, this smashing funk for years, this smashing dirty vag for years. And that woman is, believe it or not, that's Queen Elizabeth's foremother. That's her people. Funky vag and underarms, just funk. It's just the smell. You can't make this up. Continue.
What is this? Why you move the book?
Go ahead.
And the darker man was the more cultured, more learned, more artistic. He lived in the castles.
So the black man lived in the castles. Oh. So when you watch Lord of the Rings, you watch Game of Thrones, and they're walking around, Lord Baelish and Lord Targaryen and the Stark family and who else? Lannisters. That's niggas. That's what that is. That's black people. And these authors, they read the history that we read every week in and week out, and they go, yeah, we're going to make these shows, but make them look like us. It's the same First Maccabees spirit.
Right.
It's the Grecian theme. So the blacks live where?
He lived in the castle.
The black people lived in a castle. The bishop brought a book where it shows a mural. It's sewn. Where you have the wild man,
yeah,
and then you have the blacks with arrows and the queen and king black as night shooting at the wild man because they're taking over the castles. That's the white man taking back what he believed to be his. And when they were successful, they called that the Renaissance, the rebirth of the white man's rule once again. Okay, read on.
And occupied the towns.
And occupied the towns. Go ahead.
He was the rich man.
The black man, was the rich man.
And the Portuguese became serfs upon his land.
And the Portuguese became slaves. Serfs is fancy word for saying slave. Were slaves upon our land. That's Spain and Portugal. Go ahead.
Under such conditions, it would be deemed an honor for the white to marry or mate with the governing class.
So it was an honor for the white woman to be given to the black, or even a white man. In certain points in time, our people were so stupid as hell, they would take the white man's sons and give them to their daughters. And that right there initiated them taking over.
The hell is this?
The white woman in the black man's ear, bedroom talk. Hey, honey, yeah, Nigga like, oh, okay, honey, yes, Becky. Or you got, what's his name? Lannister up in Taquana's ear. Because she's a queen, he's a king. He's like, yeah, nigga, woman, you should do it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a leak something for y'all. I'll give y'all a gem. How King James' family lost the throne was from two evil black women. They married two German men, King William, and what's the other bastard's name?
King William.
It wasn't Charles.
It was
It was William and someone else.
I forgot
What's
his
that
name.
dude's name?
But I know the other one was William. Definitely William.
It was William was one, and another guy was the other.
Let me look it up. Go ahead.
And they married these German, because they were heiresses. They didn't have any. The son, their brothers were. They pretty much they became the queens, and they married these Germans, and those Germans.
Oh, King George.
King George and William, and that's why Queen Elizabeth's son, I believe, is Prince William. That's who she named him after. That's who she is. They are descendants of George and William.
Yes.
They're not of the King James line. King James' great granddaughters loved the white man so much that they rather have the white men, George and William, as the king rather than their own brother. They had brothers, but they were older, so they became the heirs to the throne. They didn't want their family to rule anymore. They didn't want their black brother, I think it was Charles, like the fifth or something, King James' great grandson. We don't want him to rule. No Jacobites. They don't want y'all ruling. Let our white husbands rule instead. And then they banged these dumb black women and made these mutts you see being mourned over today. That's why Queen Elizabeth showed Prince William's wife, the one that was she's white too, but she looked black.
Oh, Meghan Markle.
Harry, yeah.
Harry,
she said, yes, there's black in our family as well. Look at the painting right here. Look at her. See her black features? But over time, they changed. The painting changed because there's a picture of her where she looks more black, but then over time, she's more white. That goes back to 1 Maccabees 3:48 again. There's a video of her showing her there's black in our family line, yes. We're not racist because we know that there's black in our line. Yeah, there is black in your line.
Talking about Meghan Markle.
Yeah, she told Meghan Markle, yeah, you don't feel ashamed to be a part of our family because we have black in our family history. Yeah, you do.
Hey, D, they wouldn't even let Meghan Markle come to she couldn't go to Buckingham Palace. The family wouldn't welcome her.
Right. Now, she wasn't, no, she's the terror. She's not our people anyway.
Right.
But she,
wedding, right?
Yeah.
You remember, yeah.
She's a tear. She's not, her father's white as well. So that's why they let him marry her in the first place. Because if she was full black, they didn't give her they didn't let her marry him. Right. But she was, she's Esau on her father's side, black on her mom's side. But the queen who passed on showed her, there's a video of it. If you type in Queen Elizabeth shows Markle painting black, something like that. There's a video of it. I'll show it to y'all. But she's pointing to her. Now that woman she was a terror as well. That's why she showed her that picture. Because she was a terror as well. Because the Portuguese and Spanish, they would take Moorish queens as wives and make children. So that's when that's when the white men start taking over. They would take like Moorish queens and, because white guys lust for black women. They'll bang you and they'll marry you. They'll call you a nigga. But white men banging black women is like a conquest for them. Black men are just dumb niggas that are just like white girls, but they, the same thing for them as well. That's their excuse. But it's like a video where she's like showing her around and she's pointing her to like pictures of I think she typed in Queen Elizabeth like black ancestry, something like that. Try like Meghan Markle, Queen Elizabeth black ancestry.
And also when
Meghan Markle. We got to put Meghan Markle in there because I know she should. Go ahead, Jess.
Sorry. Also during that time when Esau married King James' daughters or his granddaughter or whatever, Esau not marrying them because of love, anything like. They marrying them for intel.
Right.
It's only for intel.
Remember, but that's what Herod did.
Right.
Herod married into the Hasmonean family to take over. They always do. They've always done this. And I showed y'all that book that said in the War of the Jews, it says that the Israelites had a peculiar weakness for the enemy.
Right.
We can't. We just have to love Master. We love you. We've always had that spirit.
Feel bad for them.
Always. Is that it right there? We'll click that one.
What's that? Sirach 12. Sirach 12. Don't
you read that? It's Sirach 12 and 10. Get that also. That's not the one. There's a video where she shows her around. She points her in the direction of the queen. Damn, I don't know where it is, but it's an old video. Queen Elizabeth shows Meghan Markle black ancestry. Try that one. Queen Elizabeth shows Meghan black ancestry. Try that. I know it's a video. I saw it. I watched it. I was like, what the hell is this? Read that.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
The Bible tells you never trust your enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Meaning he doesn't change. They'll come off innocent and righteous at first, but if you just pay attention, look real close and real careful, you'll say, oh, you're the same demon you were from before. So that book, go back to that book again. When you found it? I'll look for it. I just talk. I'm gonna find it. But go back to that book. We finished up. We finished up on it. I think there's more.
We finished.
You did?
No,
No, that's more. There's more. There's more.
Verse 12.
No, there's more. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Sarah meant this.
No, I don't know which one you want to read.
Nah, this book here. I'm sorry. This book. Oh, this book right here.
Yes, sir.
He was a rich man. He was a rich man.
And the darker man was the more cultured, more learned, more artistic. He lived in the castles and occupied the towns.
Right.
He was the rich man.
Right.
And the Portuguese became serfs, slaves upon his land.
Right.
Under such conditions, it would be deemed an honor for the white to marry or mate with the governing class.
Go ahead.
The brown man instead of the reverse.
The brown man. So it was preferred the black man take white women, not the other way around. But over time, it became just that. Go ahead. And not in the reverse, right?
Yes, sir. That's it. You want more? You see me?
Yeah, read more.
Nor was it only the Portuguese peasantry whose blood mingled with the Moors.
See, no, it wasn't the Portuguese poor that mingled with the Moors. Go ahead.
Alfonso VI, who united Castile, Leon, and Galicia in 1073, to cite but one of many instances of marriages between Christian and Arab nobles.
Black nobles, not Arab. Go ahead.
Chose a Moorish princess.
See? Go ahead.
The daughter of the Emir of Seville to be the mother of his son Sancho.
Sancho goes back to when they start taking back. You had Pelayo and you had Sancho. That's the These guys are the ones who are responsible for the reconquista or the reconquering of Spain and Portugal and putting it back in the white man's hands. Sancho. So the Moors, over time, we got weak and stupid. We started giving over our daughters to these to the Spaniards, because when they start to gain power over Spain and gain parts of the land back, because the blacks were fighting, we were fighting amongst ourselves. So for alliances and treaties for aid to fight against each other, we would give our daughters over to the Spaniards, and then they would make kids. So the Alfonso VI, his mom, I believe, he married a Moorish woman, and they had Sancho. But Sancho was a tear. His dad was white, his mom was black, but he still helped conquer and overthrow the Moors out of Spain because he was not our people. The mother is not of necessity when it comes to nationality. The father is. Women bear the seed of whatever shot up inside of them. He may have been brownish or Negroid looking, but he was not our people. Then was Sancho. I went over this like damn near 2 years ago now regarding Pelayo and Sancho and them taking over, El Cid taking over. I went over this. All right, so this goes back to 1 Maccabees 3:48, where things are being reversed. All right? You got something?
No, sir. Nah, I'm sorry. Sidebar. Brother wanted to know the name of the artist and the title of the song. We just looking.
What, the show?
Yeah, the show.
Oh, he right there. He's sitting right there to the left. That's Abaddon right there. That's him.
Of the Abaddon.
All praises. That's him. Doing.
All praises.
So, going back to, is there some more? Go back to so we're going to Syrians. My mind is racing right now. I'm
sorry, we ain't finished Sirach 12.
Read Sirach 12 and 10 again.
Yes,
read the
sir.
verse 12.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Right, so they did. We were ruling. They would come. Hello, kind sir.
Right, bow to the ground.
King live forever. You know how they were with us. We sitting on the throne. You know, we all black, sitting on the throne, looking majestic and gorgeous, and skin all glistening brown, gold everywhere, garments everywhere, jewelry everywhere. All that jewelry that woman was wearing was from black nations.
Right.
Dang.
All of them. And her throne is from a black nation of people. That's our throne. We're going to take it again. We're going to take it back.
That's
right.
Go ahead.
Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
If you pay real close attention and look right at the glass, you're going to see evil is still there. That rust is still there. They haven't changed. Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
The evil is still there. Go ahead. Watch this.
Set him not by thee.
Do not set him by you. We did this. We gave our daughters to them, put them in our armies, in our military.
Right.
Gave our daughters to them. Go ahead.
Lest when he hath overthrown thee.
In a clear story, Shakespeare wrote a story called Othello, where he had a white guy in his ear, and he overthrown. That's based upon true events, where the black man let the white man in his ear, and he get all stupid. It's the same with the garden with Eve. It's the same thing.
The hell is this?
The damn devil in your ear. He's like, yeah, you know, you should do that. Yeah, so-and-so wants to take your throne. So-and-so wants to, even with Herod, with the two brothers, same with him. He was counseling one brother against the other.
Dang.
Then killed both.
History always repeating.
Got both killed. And I showed that history to y'all weeks ago. Herod did the exact same thing and became what? King of the Jews. And he wasn't even a Jew. Get Luke 2 and 1. No, finish it up first and get Luke 2, then Luke 2 also. Or Luke 3. Luke 2 or 3.
Hey, listen, man, get that music ready.
Read that.
Set him not by thee. Lest.
Talk again.
Set him not by thee. Lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand in thy place.
He does what?
He stand in thy place.
And that's what the queen did. Stand in your place. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Don't put him as your right-hand man. In Game of Thrones, he's called the Hand.
Yes, sir.
The king's boy is called the Hand. He has a hand symbol pointing down on it as a little pin is a hand. That's what Israel did the same thing. Made him our hand. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
Lest he do what?
Lest he seek to take thy seat.
Lest he seek to take thy seat, which they did. Lest he seek to take thy seat. Go ahead.
And thou at the last remember my words.
And you at the last are going to remember, I told you so. I told you so. Give me, read 13.
And be pricked therewith.
Right, and you're going to realize, damn, you was right. Next verse.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent?
Why is he using that analogy there? Why is he saying that? Who will pity a charmer bitten by a serpent? What's a charmer's job? What's a charmer do? A charmer plays a little flute, piccolo, whatever you want to call it, plays a flute, and the snake dances, and if the snake bites him, you can't feel sorry for the charmer because he shouldn't be messing with the snake in the first place. It's the same analogy with us. We play around with Esau, put him as our right hand, make him our friend, our second in command over our military. We're like, yeah, he's a good guy. He's great, yeah. Then he kills us. That's what Samuel said, yo, man, Samuel can't, give me that with Samuel. Give me that real quick. I love that history, man. I love Samuel. Well, when he said, what do I hear? What's that? I hear in my ears?
Oh, okay.
Hold on to Sirach, though. Hold on to Sirach.
Yes, sir.
Also, the same thing Deke brought out last week with Al Kahina.
Right. with her.
Same thing. Same thing.
She was going to war with the Arabs, kills everybody because the Lord would show her visions on what to do and where to go. They couldn't understand. How did she know these things? So they called her Kahana, meaning the priest, the priestess, or the prophetess, because she would get visions while fighting the Arabs during the time of Islam was on the rise, and she whipped their ass. They couldn't understand how she knew where to go, how she knew where to hide, where to attack from, because God would show her visions of what to do. Then she overthrows the Arabs, and there's a Arab child there, and she takes him, raises him as her own, and he's giving intel on what she's doing, and gets her overthrown because of that peculiar weakness. When he kills Agag.
1 Samuel 15:9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Job even said it too. You will even let them sit with the dog, with his dog.
Yeah, she said I won't trust them.
Job
Don't even have them sit by the dogs, right? Read 1 Samuel 15 and verse 7 and 8.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to shore.
Go ahead. These are Edomites. Go ahead.
That is over against Egypt.
You know why Saul was told to do this? You know why Saul was sent to kill the Amalekites at this time? Because the first nation to attack us and we entered into the wilderness was Amalek. And the Lord said, yo, when you get in that land, I want you to go and kill them for what they did to y'all hundreds of years before. Now you got to ask yourself, well, why would the Lord have Saul kill Amalekites at this time for something that they did back then? Because it's... I'll put it this way. The Lord don't forget people.
Right.
He don't forget what you do before. He doesn't forget what you did back then and now. He remembers. Niggas forget. God doesn't forget.
That's right.
That's one Negro that don't forget. That's God up there. He don't forget. We black, and he don't forget nothing. We do.
Right.
Read 7 and 8 again.
Verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to shore, that is over against Egypt.
Verse 8.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive.
But he kept this guy, the king, alive. Go ahead.
And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Because he liked Agag. Agag was a good fighter, maybe. He liked this guy. So, read on.
But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and of the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refuse.
Refuse.
And
this, refuse. Go ahead.
that they destroyed utterly.
So now, let's jump down to a Samuel ask questions.
Verse 13.
Verse 13.
Yes, not verse 13. Verse 13. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord.
He said, hey, man, blessed be thou of the Lord, Samuel. Go ahead.
I have performed the commandment of the Lord.
I did what God told me to do. Go ahead.
And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears?
Samuel said, oh, yeah? You did? Well, what's this noise in my ears? I know God said kill the Amalekites and kill everything that's theirs, including the animals. What's this sheep I hear in my ears? What's that noise? Go ahead.
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear.
And what's that? What's the noise of animals? Go ahead.
And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites. For the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God. And the rest we have utterly destroyed.
Go ahead.
Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said unto me this night.
I need you to stand right here so I can tell you what God told me to tell you this night. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Say on.
Speak, Samuel. What did he say? Go ahead.
And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight.
When you had no confidence in yourself, when you thought you were nothing. Because remember, Saul was cowardly. He ran away. He wanted to be your king. They had to go get him. He said, you had low self-esteem and no confidence in yourself in being king. The Lord picked you. Watch this. Read on.
Wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel?
Was you not made king in that instance? Go ahead. Because remember, I said before, no leader in the Bible will ever desire to be a king. When you seek to be a leader, God ain't dealing with you. God seeks leaders, not you. That's not your job to seek to be a leader. God finds that. If you're stuck there saying, I should be a deacon, I'm an elder, when you're in that spirit, God ain't dealing with you. When you seek the desire to be a leader on your own, God ain't dealing with you. Because nowhere in the Bible do you find someone saying, I want to be a king, I want to be a leader. That's not biblical. Those who were unlikely to be leaders or kings were made leaders and kings. They didn't desire it. That's a leader. So all these got these new groups of our people out here teaching that are elders. The Lord ain't dealing with you because you. Go ahead. I don't want to sidebar. Go ahead. I'm going somewhere else. I'm taking somewhere else. I'm gonna go to an angry place.
Bring it out.
Read on. Continue.
Wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel?
Go ahead.
And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord.
Saul's not listening. Saul, I did do what God said. But Samuel just said, God told you kill everything. And Saul is basically arguing him, saying, I did do what the Lord said. Go ahead.
And have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
That's not what the Lord told him to do. Go ahead.
But the people took the spoil.
Oh, God, here we go. Now Saul's going to sit there and throw the point the finger to somebody else. Go ahead.
Sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Go ahead.
And Samuel said, Hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offering and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord?
You think God cares more about you offering up sacrifices rather than following his orders? The Lord cares more about you obeying him than his sacrifices. He don't care about sacrifices. Go ahead.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
Damn. Jump down to going back, leading to Christ. That's all alluding to Christ as well, by the way. Jump down to
32.
Yeah, he points his eyes to Agag.
Verse 32. Then said Samuel, Bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites.
Yeah, bring Agag over here. Let me talk to him. Go ahead.
And Agag came unto him delicately.
See? Remember Sirach 12 and 10?
Right,
Though he humble himself, he go crouching. So Agag's like, what's going on? I'm Agag, not king. I'm just Agag now. Go ahead.
What's going on?
And Agag said, Surely the bitterness of death is past.
Oh, yes. I live. Go ahead.
And Samuel said, As thy sword hath made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women.
He said, so as you made women childless, I'm going to make your mother childless too. You ain't going to escape this. I'm going to kill. So, Samuel said, I'm going to kill you now. Go ahead.
And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord in Gilgal.
He cut that man's arms off, legs off, hands. He cut him like cold cuts. Cut that dude. Samuel ain't play games, man. Jump down to I'm gonna show you just how much of a problem he was. Go to real quick.
I imagine him with a sword just
He walked around with it.
like
Get 16 verse 4.
First Samuel, chapter 16 and verse 4. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake.
Yeah, he told him to kill Agag. He did just that. Watch this.
And came to Bethlehem.
And came to Bethlehem where Israel was. Watch this.
And the elders of the town trembled.
The elders. So, listen. The elders of his own people, they did what?
Trembled.
They were terrified of him. And said what?
At his coming. And said, Comest thou peaceably?
What's that tell you? That tells you in times past, Samuel did horrible things to wicked niggas. Horrible things. For them to ask him, for them to tremble and be like, comest thou peaceably? He's like, yeah, here's the answer.
And he said, peaceably.
this time.
Peaceably today. Peaceably, yes, I'm good. I'm here for good things today. That means there were times he came and he wasn't peaceable. There were times when he said, no, not today. I'm not peaceable today. So I'm just showing you the kind of the demeanor that the prophets had. All right? They didn't play games with people. They didn't play games with Israel. They didn't play. And when you read Samuel's history, there was no evil word against him. No one could say nothing about him at all. Nothing bad. Ever. He died. He had a clean slate from the beginning of his time to the end of his ministry. He was a blameless man. He even said, listen, if someone can find fault in me, let me know now before I go in the grave. What the beef you got? Everyone's all quiet. Nope. No words against Samuel. None. So, going back to my point, as our people at this time had a certain level of severity against the enemy. that we lost that over time. All right, what we got now? You just find that video or no? Damn, I'll look for it. What we got here?
You could get who.
We got a whole bunch of stuff. 2:30. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff.
Who are the Welsh? Pull that book up.
Did you still want to finish Sirach 12? You said hold it.
Go back to it. Yeah, go back to it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 14. Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
So the Lord is saying again, if you're going to be defiled with a sinner, you can't feel sorry for you. Going back to that goes back to the point of verse 10, not trusting your enemy. The same way a charmer should not trust a snake, or a righteous should trust a sinner, is that you can't pity you when you do. Saul pitied Agag, and it cost him. It was wrong. Gehenna pitied the Arab boy. Mm-hmm. It cost her her rulership because she was a queen. There's numerous instances where compassion for the enemy was detrimental. Even when we conquered the Edomites in Spain and Portugal, there were like 30 left?
Yes, sir.
We can count them by finger. We killed so many Edomites out of Spain and Portugal and pushed them in them caves. There's 30. It's like there was like 20 men.
10 men.
Like 10 men.
There's more women than
it was
men.
it was more women than men. We was like, leave them. They're not a threat anymore. They were a threat. We did what Saul did. We didn't. We did what Saul should have done. We killed. Well, I can't even use that example. He didn't spare anybody. But my point is that our job, what we should have done at that time, was destroy. There's a book that says that the guys we should have killed them all. Remember he says that in the book we brought out. He said we should have destroyed them all.
Yeah, in the conquest.
Yeah, in the conquest, we should have destroyed them all.
Because we ran them up to the mountains
of Cavadonga.
Yes,
we
sir.
chased them into the mountains of Cavadonga. That's where Pelayo was buried, or Sancho's family, that line. And I think Sancho married Pelayo's daughter or something like that. Anyway, Pelayo or Palagasis, Pelayo. He's the one that rounded up the Edomites that survived, and they came and took over Spain and Portugal again. But there's a book where Ramor says, we should have just killed them all. Now they're ruling now. Right. We should have destroyed them. We had the chance to destroy them all. We should have did it, and we did not do it. You cannot pity a charmer.
We left them to themselves. They started out at 30? Then they built their numbers up to 300.
Right.
So they started
gradually coming back.
Round them up, and he was able to form an army from there. But it's best not to leave at all, man.
Give me Revelation real quick. Revelation, show you that. Revelation. Deadly wound. That's in the Bible. It's recorded. Revelation
13 and 3.
Read that, please.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
It was, we cut it, but not all the way off. Go ahead.
And his deadly wound was healed.
That wound healed. That's Rome returning. Because remember, I showed y'all in history class a couple of years ago, that King Ferdinand and Isabella, they were Hispano-Romans. They were the family of the people that Julius Caesar has, what do they call them? Not fleet. Cavalry, not cavalry.
The Praetorian? Talking about his army?
Yeah, his army. I forgot what they called. They'll call Germania something.
Germanic Romans.
Yeah, Julius Caesar's military took over that area, and the family of that military, that family, whatever, that's where King Ferdinand and Isabella come from. They're the Romans. They are Hispano-Romans. I'm gonna say it again. King Ferdinand and Isabella are Hispano-Romans, meaning they were Romans that presided over Spain. So when we say Spain took over, that's Romans taking over again. That's Esau taking over, and they gradually evolved into the Portuguese. Well, same thing, and then there's British. That's all the same people, all the same.
And didn't that happen again also in 2 Kings when they I forgot who's ruling. Was it King Jehoram that was ruling? And Esau was able to make he couldn't rule over them no more. I forgot where it's at.
It was one with Ahab. He was supposed to kill the Syrian king. and he didn't do it.
No. I'm gonna look for
Wait,
it.
which one?
When Ahab was supposed to kill the Syrian king, and the Lord said what you said.
Yeah, same thing. We have a habit of just not killing nations off when we're supposed to. What you saying, Jess? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm looking for it.
All right. What else we got here? What book we got here?
This is Who Are the Welsh?
Okay, with the Welsh. Right. By where's my book at? Who Are the Welsh?
Blow it up. All right.
Page 46. Yep, I circled it. Go praises for that one.
All right. Who are the Welsh? Let me see. I'm gonna start at the very top, D.
Okay, that's fine.
The caves of Spain, France, and the British Isles revealed a formation of skulls somewhat similar to the Iberian.
Somewhat what?
Somewhat similar to the Iberian.
Now, we've shown y'all time and time again that the Iberians were our people that traveled over here. I mean, traveled over here too, but traveled over to the British Isles. King Solomon's fleet, his military, not his military, his naval fleet pretty much, and tradesmen. The Carthaginians, those are all the same people that traveled over. They found their bones in these areas. Iberians, go ahead.
Hence, the learned Thurman calls the Barrow people Iberian. Some associate the old Ligurians of southern France and northern Italy with the Iberian.
Southern France, the Septimania. We had that over. I showed you that book earlier. We took Italy. Southern Spain. Same thing. What else?
The Iberians answered somewhat to Hector. No, I'm sorry. Some associate the old Ligurians of southern France and northern Italy with the Iberian. Mm-hmm. The Iberians answered somewhat to Hector, Maclean's Atlanteans. The Reverend F. Thackeray thinks the Silurians exhibited marks of a Spanish origin and were probably the descendants of those who had come over with the Phoenicians and Carthaginians.
I'm telling you, man. That's why I went through so much trouble to show y'all that our people, Phoenicians and Carthaginians, are one and the same, and they came over there. They found the British Isles. They found Ireland. Go ahead.
To work the tin mines.
So because there was tin there. Go ahead.
Of Devonshire and Cornwall.
We're in Devonshire and Cornwall. Go ahead.
That's in Britain.
This is in Britain. Go ahead.
Silenus of old expressly termed the Sicily Isles Silurian.
Right, the Scilly Isles. The word Scilly comes from the word Silurian. The Scilly Isles. So the word Scilly Isles goes back to the Silurian Islands, because the Silurians that's what King Arthur was. He was a Silurian. Caraticus was the king of them. The Silurians and Britons is synonymous. Go ahead.
The Silures were says Jones Breckman, in the whole circuit of South Wales.
South Wales, that's where the word Welsh comes from. If you're from Wales, you're Welsh. Go ahead.
Diabert. Under one leader, the word Diabert means the right-hand part and included herefore Radnor, Monmouth, Brecknock, and Glamorgan. Mr. Donald Clark says Silures in Old Celtic is southerner. Plenty would include more than Diabert, for he says Ireland was but 30 miles from the Silurian country. This would comprise Demetia or Pembroke. Pinkerton classes them into Domini and Demete. Tacitus puts the Silures opposite Spain, thereby including Cornwall.
So we had Britain. Go ahead.
There can be little doubt that all the west of England and the south of Wales, if not more land toward the interior, should be regarded as Silurian. Though the classical writers knew the Silures in that region, they had no knowledge of the Cymry. The natural conclusion is that the Silurians or Iberians, now represented by the little dark Welshmen, are
what were they?
Dark Welshmen.
They were dark Welshmen. Dark Welshmen. Dark people living in Wales. Go ahead.
Are the oldest existing race in Wales.
Mm-hmm.
And though now speaking, Cymric were long before the Cymry there. Professor Boyd Dawkins puts the case very clearly, saying, at the present time, you have merely to go into the marketplaces of St. Asaph or Denbigh, and you will see small, dark Welshmen with black eyes and hair, contrasting in every point with our ordinary ideals of Welshmen. He hesitates not asserting the small, swarthy Welshman.
They were short. Small, swarthy, black Welshman. Go ahead.
Of Denbighshire is in every respect except dress and language identical with the Basque inhabitant of Western Pyrenees.
Basque is them too. The Siberians also Basque. B-A-S-Q-U-E?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's us too. Go ahead.
Dr. Lantham thus gives the Silurian type: eyes and hair black.
Eyes and hair black.
Complexion dark.
Complexion black.
With a ruddy tinge.
Go ahead.
Chiefly found in South Wales. But he adds, at the present moment, the inhabitants have florid complexions and dark hair. There's another page.
Yes, sir. The author of
words and places remarks. The ethnologists readily identify the short-statured, dark-eyed, dark-haired Silurian race.
And dark-skinned. Go ahead.
Which is so powerful in South Wales and the west of Ireland, with the Gascon or Basque type of the Pyrenean region. Mr. Morgerich, J.P. of Swansea, has this capital sketch of the neighboring Iberian Welsh. Eyes, bright of dark or hazel color. Hair, generally black or a very dark brown link, generally late in turning gray. Head, middle size, well formed. Face, oval or triangular. Cheekbones high, countenance exhibiting cunning and sharpness. Average height, 5 feet 8 inches.
Sure, okay, they put it there. Average height, go ahead.
Build slight, well-formed. Females in early life, fresh complexion and handsome. And Dr. Bettel, to whom the anthropologist owes so much, has not passed over the Iberian Welsh. Looking at the Paris collection of skulls, he remarks, the form of Mbraca's Basque cranial is very much that of some modern Silurian heads. When on the Danish Isle of Moen, he met with one he thus described swarthy.
Black.
His eyes dark and obliquely set. His hair dark, thick, and curly.
That's woolly hair.
Seeing a likeness to some primitive skulls of Barrowby in Moen, he asks, was he in truth a descendant of that ancient tribe? But he declares that the man would have passed quite unnoticed in South Wales. When in Ireland, he found the like people observing near the battlefield of the northern Mochera in the hills between Roscommon and Sligo. Dwells a dark-haired race, more often dark-eyed than that last spoken of, and to my eye resembling the South Welsh pretty closely. These may be Iberian.
I'm telling you, man. So you're Iberian. That's the Carthaginians. That's us who became Silures over time. Go ahead.
Or they may be Phoenish or relics.
Iberian or Phoenish. It's the same. Same people. Go ahead.
Or Phoenish or relics of the Furblog. Beyond the coast in Wales, he discovered a prevalence of dark eyes surpassing, says he, what I have met with in any other part of Britain. One part of South Wales near the coast, he observed 54 light eyes, 9 neutral, and 34. All right, that's it on that deep.
That's it. So we're gonna take a quick break. Oh, before we bounce for break, this book is called "Who Are the Welsh?" By James Bonwick. It was published in 1881. The price is 1 shilling. This is British. Price is 1 shilling. The book right here is very small. Is it right here? It's brown, whatever. All right, the price is 1 shilling. This is it. All right. Who are the Welsh? Who are the Scotch? He has in the back of the book. So these are the who are the Irish, our nationalities. Number 3. So there's a bunch of volumes. This is volume number 3. Number 3. Who are the Welsh by James Bonwick. All right. Going into these are the old world Anglo-Saxons. Okay. We are the old world Anglo-Saxons, and then the white man is the new world ones. Their world, their Renaissance. So we're gonna take a break on that. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. All right. So shalom.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
It's you who don't know. It's you Afro-Syrians who don't know your history.
And going to the other side of India, you see the Dalits as well as the Siddhis. Same thing on the Eastern Hemisphere. Mass incarceration, police brutality, lynchings, convict leasings.
You brothers and sisters in South Sudan, your heritage goes far deeper than where you live. You are the children of God.
Ein Herz, das arge Renke. Was sind denn?
Vamos poder suportar.
Les Français.
Laat je niet misleiden tot filosofie van.
YouTube で、探してみるから、ビデオも、英語と日本のビデオもあります。全部。
Shalom. We're IUIC Japan. I'm Soldier Carmine.
I'm Soldier Shemaiah. I'm Brother Joda.
And we're out here in the streets of Tokyo to wake up the lost sheep of the House of Israel. 12 tribes.
Worldwide. Sekai no Juni Buzoku.
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Most High Christ bless you. Captain Abiel here in the streets of Washington Heights. There's a message to you brothers out there selling drugs and weed and all this garbage. The Israelites are here now. We taking the weed spot and we're gonna teach the word of God. We don't care about the dirty weed spot. We're taking that to teach God's people. Stop selling weed. And for all of y'all who smoke weed, stop smoking weed.
It's nature time and we doing a stepping. Preach that book a part of my uniform, so it's part of my weapon. Ain't worried about you, we doing the work. IUIC, we reppin'. We take orders, we got one job. We ain't asking no questions. Hey, look, you want that on the news. Apologetics, they getting the blues. It ain't no secret, we Jews. They know our bishop, yeah, he got the Jews. In the blink of an eye, our bodies gon' change. We keeping the laws. He told us hold fast, we ain't worried about names. We hitting the mall, he better stay in his lane. Cause we on war, you see plans, Babylon and friends. Who you gon' call? Hold on.
They run around calling themselves Jews in our land until their time is up. There's a time limit on the nation's rule.
Shalom, shalom familia, que el Altísimo y su Hijo Cristo los bendiga a todos ustedes. Estamos aquí en Tijuana, México. Nosotros somos IUIC Tijuana, México. Y el Altísimo nos ha dado otra oportunidad de venir a un centro de rehabilitación de mujeres. Hemos venido a darles la medicina de la Biblia para que recuperen su identidad, su nacionalidad y lo más importante, que sepan lo que tienen que hacer para alcanzar el verdadero arrepentimiento. Sintonícense.
Shalom, this is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I have an important message about your leaders in the Christian church. Your bishops, pastors, reverends, and ministers are all lying to you and leading you straight to damnation. The truth is, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair, according to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. We as the Israelites must keep the commandments in the faith of Christ to receive salvation, as it is written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I've challenged and debated Christian authorities all over the world on these issues. Not one of them has been able to negate this truth. Your pastors have led you astray, worshiping pagan holidays and false gods, just as in the days of old. So join us on our mission to restore the true nation of Israel before the decree goes forth. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Visit our website at israelunite.org or call us at 855-484-4842 to learn more and visit our schools. Shalom.
Sacrifice was given to the 12.
It's time for y'all to pull your head out the ass and wake up. IUIC TV.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again. 31.
We're back from the break. So, as I was saying before, we mentioned that the Welsh or the Silurians were in Cornwall and Devonshire. Mm-hmm. And we also went across the term brown and brunette. Remember I mentioned that earlier about the brun being brown? Somebody say, we made that up, Deke. How you know brun means brown? Well, you can just type in brown etymology and it'll show you brun. You can fact check me. I fact check myself before I say things. I'm very careful what I say. But the word brun does mean brown. We got some stuff here real quick that all of a sudden brought to my attention that thought you guys might like. And I've said to y'all earlier that we are the old world Anglo-Saxons. The word Anglo-Saxon literally means angelic sons of Isaac. Yeah, get that too. We are the angelic sons of Isaac, and Esau is the anti-angelic sons of Isaac. He's a Saxon, but he's a Saxon because he's a son of Isaac also. All right. So, but he's not angelic.
Evil son.
He's the evil son, right? He's the new Anglo-Saxon now, so-called Anglo-Saxon. I'll say so-called Anglo-Saxon.
The definition first.
You damn sure know Anglo. Anglo means angelic. He ain't nothing angelic about him at all.
A quick little fun fact concerning names. Deacon brought out the Anglo-Saxons, right? Mm-hmm. So we had the angelic ones, and then Esau.
Yeah, the demonic ones.
The devils that came in place. But what's interesting, look at this name. Bronson. Bronson.
Goes back to the word Bronson. Brown, right. Bron, same thing. Go ahead.
Bron. And it says son of the dark man.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
It says Anglo-Saxon baby names. See that?
Anglo-Saxon
baby names.
So they were, and before the evil man, the devil taking over, they were black race.
Right. So when you got white men walking around saying, my last name is Brunson, that's not their last name.
It's our name.
That's our names. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't say, oh, my last name is Israelite name. No. Our name, those are the names we gave ourselves when we took over Europe.
Yep.
We named ourselves Black Man, Nigger Man. It's the same thing.
Nigger Man.
But that's not. that's not our biblical name.
No.
Sorry
to cut you off. It described our features, how we look, our stature, and everything.
We loved our name, like Iberian, Hebrew. We loved that, and we loved nigger, like Simeon called nigger. We prided ourselves in our complexion, so we named ourselves like Morrison, Morristown, Morris. That's black too. Mm-hmm. Mauritania. You saying something, Jess?
There's a Viking series out right now, and the king. Notice his name is called Halfdan the Black. His name is Halfdan the Black. But Deacon gonna touch on all of that. But his name
we're gonna hit the Vikings. We hit the Vikings.
Right.
We're gonna hit them.
If you
we got
see
them.
it, just know that his name is Halfdan
the Black. He's a white guy.
And he's a white guy.
Halfdan the Black is a white guy. That's like calling Eddie Murphy Halfdan the white guy.
Yeah, look out for the next series. White is a new black.
Halfdan the white. He's a nigga.
Hey, pull up that last one real quick.
Go back to that. She knows again. Go back to that again. It says Anglo-Saxon baby name, English baby name, German baby name. So in German, English, Anglo-Saxon, and American, it still mean the same thing.
Same thing.
It says Brunson, son of a dark man. Then English, it says Bronson is son of a dark man. Then German, it's Brownson is Brown's son. The same thing. Then American baby name, it says Bronson is the son of a dark man. So I'm just showing you that the name goes back to when blacks ruled. So when white folks basically took over, they said, well, you know what? That's like, I live in my house. And my name is Aitan Israel. Esau comes in, kills me and my family, or sells them out into slavery and goes, I'm Aitan Israel.
Right.
And then paints my face white and give me blue eyes and blind and goes, that's me. That's exactly what he did with Christ, with the disciples, did the exact same thing. Give me Job. Job, please. Cover the faces, Job 9:24. Jeez, man. It goes right back to first Maccabees 3:48. It goes right back to first Maccabees 3:48.
And Esau's known for the conquest. During the conquest, that's when they took our position and took our names.
I showed you earlier, it says in reverse, the blacks had the castles, we were the kings, they were the serfs.
Right.
Then they took it over.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Come on.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
How? 1 Maccabees 3:48. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Go ahead.
If not, where? And who is he?
If he ain't doing it, who else is doing it? Are the Chinese whitewashing images? Are the Arabs whitewashing images? Are the Hawaiians whitewashing images? Are the Japanese whitewashing images? Are the Africans doing it?
No, sir.
Right? Yeah, it's white people doing it. They're the ones covering the faces of the judges thereof. Get 1 Maccabees 1. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges thereof.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1.
You know what I want out of that whole verse, out of that whole chapter about the wicked.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Just read from there. Jump from the Antiochus is born, then jump down to that part. I think it's 9 to 10.
Yes, sir.
Read that, please.
1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1. And it happened, after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim,
Rome,
had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
This is the beginning of the intertestamental period. Go ahead.
That he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Right, to unite the Greeks. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And after his death,
after Alexander died,
they all put crowns upon themselves.
His boys put crowns on themselves, made themselves kings. Go ahead.
So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
And what happened?
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
That's why they removed this. When the Greeks came into power and the white man came into power and took over, it says evil is already there. It says evil multiplied when he came on the scene. Evil spread and got worse when they came into power. Isn't that evil now? Who's in power now?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's worse. When they're ruling, the earth gets worse and worse. Worse and worse. That's all I want. So now, let's go back. Where we was at now? Jez? Take the helm on this one.
Yes, sir.
So we got Who Are the Welsh? We got that. And that's by James Bonwick, published in 1881. Now, in Brazil, we still slaves. So in Brazil, this is white eyes only in Brazil. We were free over here, but in Brazil, slavery ended a little after 1880-something. Slavery was still going on during 1881 in Central America, I believe, before they passed the Golden Law, giving us our freedom in Brazil. So 1885, I believe, slavery was abolished in Brazil, I believe. But so nonetheless, I call it white eyes only, semi-white eyes only. But, so anyway, where we at?
All right, so we're going to start at the bottom of 47. As to the dark eyes of the Welsh, the Reverend T. Price, some 50 years ago or more, settled it to his entire satisfaction that this feature arose from the practice of using coal fires. Dr. Nicholas in Pedigree of the English has this statement. The short and stout build, the round and comely physiognomy.
There you go.
Dark and curly hair and dark eyes, given a type of countenance almost Jewish.
Wow, my gosh, man. Come on, man. Yo, read it again, please.
The short and stout build, the round and comely physiognomy, dark and curly hair and dark eyes, given a type of countenance almost Jewish.
Go ahead.
So often to be met with here, powerfully suggests a foreign origin. In Ireland, this led many to ascribe a Spanish origin to some in the West.
Iberian origin. Go ahead.
In Wales, the dark feature has been thought to be from a migration of some of the 10 lost tribes.
I'm telling you, man. See that? It just comes full circle. The history comes full. I think we're crazy up here. It comes full circle. That's who was over there. Israel was over there. That's who the Silurians are. That's who the Iberians are. That's who the Britons are. The Welsh. That's them. And don't get it twisted. Judah was there too.
Right.
Because remember, this goes back to the Kimmery. That goes back to the Scythians. The Syrians conquered Judah, and they conquered Northern Kingdom and brought them right over to the Medes and Persians. And then they migrated over, became an empire, and took over these areas and sealed these areas. And then prior to that, prior to Assyria, you had Solomon's travels. And then during that time, We sailed with the Sidonians, Canaanites, who had different parts of lands, and we took over. And we sailed and made the Sidonians' business of Tyre our own business. And we went to Britain and sailed there, got the tin, and we became the monopoly, the capital of the seas. Go ahead. Called the Phoenicians by the Greeks. Go ahead.
Interesting speculations have been raised upon.
That's why it says they are a Jewish. What did it say earlier? They're a Jewish type, because they're the 10 lost tribes, the same people. That's why I'm saying that. He gonna put Jewish in quotes like it's not, but then say 10 tribes concretely in the bottom. It's all that double talk, that contingency talk.
Like you're not the same.
Yeah, it's the same. But the reason why is because they're black. He says, you're Jewish. No. Black Jews. Israelites, same thing. Go ahead. Is there more?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
You gonna say something? No, oh. Interesting speculations have been raised upon the supposition, and pleasant dreams have been cherished about the discovery of the chosen people of God amidst the hills of Silurian.
Oh my gosh, man. Read it again, please.
Interesting speculations have been raised upon this supposition, and pleasant dreams have been cherished about the discovery of the chosen people of God.
The chosen people of God, what?
Amidst the hills of Siluria.
Amidst the hills of Siluria means the Silures. It's the same people. Go ahead.
A difficulty here has arisen. The great majority of hunters for the Jewish blood in Britain have preferred to adopt the Saxon type as the descendants of the lost tribes.
Wait. The Anglo... You read it again?
The great majority of hunters for the Jewish blood in Britain.
Of Jewish blood or the 10 tribes blood. Same thing, go ahead.
Have preferred to adopt the Saxon type.
Preferred to adopt the Saxon type. Remember the Saxons or the Scythians. The Saxons goes back to Isaac. Israelites, go ahead.
As the descendants of the lost tribes. A few have inclined to the Celt, and some have advocated the Kemri.
The Celt and Kemri are the Israelites. The word Celt means black.
Right.
And Kemri goes back to King Omri of Ahab. That's King Omri. It's the same people. It's the same. Go ahead.
Gets better. Thus, Celts, Saxons, or Teutons, and the more ancient Iberians are all alike, selected for their supposed identity with Israel.
Oh, man.
Drop the mic.
Bruh, come on, man.
Drop the mic.
Knock the mic over.
Listen, man. Y'all in the right place. You watching this show, you are in the right place. You gonna get this information from here, man.
That's right.
All right. Other shows, I watch other shows on YouTube. The brothers bring out history, and it's very good. It's very good as well. I tend to, they post their books, and I post their books as well. Shout outs to them. But you are definitely in the right place. Definitely in the right place. And once again. This points out the rich history of the Anglo-Saxons, the Britons, Welsh. These are black people. Now, this is the same ancestry that Queen Elizabeth claims. That I ain't forget the Queen. I ain't forget her. They claim this descent. This is not them. Go ahead. There more? Or we end it on that?
We can end it on that.
Oh God, that's it. Mic dropped. Mic is dropped already. Go to somewhere else. Jeez. Damn.
Give me the book. Phoenician Ireland.
That was Who Are the Welsh, right? We just read from?
Who Are the Welsh.
Yeah.
This book is called Phoenician Ireland. We just want this page, right?
Yeah, Phoenician Ireland by Henry O'Brien and Joaquin Lorenzo Villanueva. This book is, I don't think this book is that old. Oh, yeah, it is. Damn. Oh, it sure is. This book was in 1833.
Damn.
So we were still slaves here. Oh, look at the place. It's in Dublin. Dublin. Well, real quick, before we go there, real quick, I'm sorry, real quick. Can we get when Scotland was Jewish? What the word Dublin means? Some of y'all who are watching right now are from Dublin.
Bring it on.
This book is called When Scotland Was Jewish by Elizabeth Caldwell Hirschman and Donald N. Yates. DNA evidence, archaeology, analysis of migrations, and public family records show 12th century Semitic roots. When Scotland was Jewish.
The title alone.
When Scotland was Jewish. I want page 50. And I want the bottom part, the Gaelic word. Now, you know the Gaels was Israelites too. Gauls, Gaels. I went over this. That's why I went the long route for y'all. So when you come across these words, Gaelic, Gael, that's Israel there. Gauls, that's Israel there. So read the Gaelic. We're just going to stop at eyes. Read that, please.
The Gaelic word, Dublin.
The Gaelic word, Dublin, means what?
Means black or dark.
So dub means black or dark. Lin is land. Black, dark land. Who was living there in Dublin? We were.
Black man.
Read on, continue.
Such a designation probably referred to a dark skin or complexion, as early portraits of the Campbells show them to have olive. Oh, it go the word olive.
That's early portraits of who? Of the who?
Of early portraits of the Campbells.
Early portraits of the Campbells. Go ahead.
Show them to have olive or tawny skin.
Black. Go ahead.
And dark hair and eyes.
Get page 33. I got to do it. I don't want to, but I got to do it.
Deke, how far are you trying to go?
No. I'm going. I got it.
Abort mission.
Not the babies. Abort the page, not the babies. Keep the babies.
Sisters was like, yes,
sisters. I said abort
it's
the page.
Okay now.
Right.
I'm sorry. Shots fired.
I heard it from the leadership.
Shots fired. Bang, bang. Go back to Phoenician Island, please. So dub goes back to black or dark skin. And the Campbells, I'll go back to them later on. The Campbells. Portraits to them, or it says olive. You type in the word swarthy. The word swarthy definition synonyms goes back to olive-skinned or black. Olive means black. Olive means black or brown. Olive comes in 3 colors. It comes in green, black, and brown. So you gotta leave green out. I know green people walking around. Unless the Namekians are real. You watch Dragon Ball, if you leave the Namekians, they're real. No. So you got brown and black left.
Deke, you're not even gonna finish that same paragraph? You said stop at eyes. That paragraph you just read.
There's something else in there?
There's a
Go back to
the page. I'm trying to.
We got excited, man.
I'm trying to leave it alone, man. I'm gonna jump ahead, but go ahead, read it, man. Go back. It's okay. We must accept it for what it is. Just finish the paragraph, man. Go ahead.
Just finish that, bro.
Yeah, it's more. I left it alone, but go ahead, read the rest of it.
Material gathered. Let me start from the beginning.
Yeah, read it again.
The Gaelic word Dublin means black or dark. Such a designation probably referred to a dark skin or complexion, as early portraits of the Campbells show them to have olive or tawny skin.
They're black. Campbells are black. Go ahead.
And dark hair and eyes.
So once again, the name that we chose ourselves was not Israel, because that name was
lost
put away,
lost. Was discontinued.
Discontinued. So now we were naming ourselves things that resemble us.
Right.
And that means we took pride in how we look.
Right.
Right, read on.
Material gathered from Melungian. Genealogies.
The Melungian is like European. Go ahead.
Genealogies illustrates that several Campbell lines in the American colonies had Hebrew naming patterns.
Oh, snap. I didn't even know I was there.
Damn.
That's what I said.
Damn.
Go there.
That's bad.
You all right, officer? You all right, man?
Bad.
Because that's what you said before.
Yes.
Those are not our names.
Right.
We lost our God-given names.
Right.
But the names we took on all over the world
still had a Hebraic
tone. Had the Hebrew essence in there, describing the people how they look. And Esau comes in now with his conquests and his conquerors, take over what we already established. And took the name in the positions. You know, that's what's heavy about it.
Wow.
The names is important, people.
Wow.
Right. Our last names always meant something.
Right.
Wow. That's where it ends? That's it?
No, there's more. Campbell lines in the American colonies had Hebrew naming patterns. For example, using Israel, Aura, and Tabitha as given names.
Wow, we did give ourselves Israelite names.
Yep.
We did give ourselves Israelite name. We did. Wow.
Yep. So the proof is here, people.
Shit, damn. That's it. Leave it. Go out there. Go out there, man. Go out. Wow. I didn't even know that was there. That's crazy. I didn't know that was there.
All praises. Phoenician Ireland. You should have 2 pages for that. You should have that page and another page, right?
Phoenician Ireland.
All right.
Published in 1833 in Blackland, Dublin.
Look at the top. It says, the Irish Siluri, a tribe of Phoenicians.
Read it again, let's say?
The Irish Siluri, a tribe of the Phoenicians.
Same people. Go ahead.
Go up.
Oh, boy.
I meant move.
Go down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. To the Phoenician Iberi belong also the people of the Silures, who had fixed their residence in the British Isles.
Wow.
And of whom Tacitus thus speaks. Their faces are colored.
He said colored. Go ahead.
Their hair, for the most part, twisted.
You had braids. You got twists in our hair. Go ahead.
And seem to encourage the belief that the ancient Iberi, who lay opposite to Spain, had crossed over and seized themselves to these settlements. Oh, why you looking at Off Saeed?
Yeah, listen.
He is Siluri. All praises.
Hey, that's our people, man. You know what I mean?
That's all us, bro. You can't.
Reclaiming it, man.
Hey, you wonder why black people always like the
We always like the twist.
Bro, we always
like
had twists.
you know?
Always.
Yeah.
Always had twists. Always had the twists. Go ahead.
Their faces are colored, their hair for the most part twisted, and seem to encourage the belief that the ancient Iberi, who lay opposite to Spain, had crossed over and seized themselves of these settlements.
Yes. Go ahead.
The Iberi alluded to are, of course,
says Bocart.
Says Bocart, those of the Tartesses.
Spain. Go ahead.
Who were a colony of the Phoenicians.
Who were a colony of the Phoenicians. Go ahead. Now, understand me. When you examine, you got to do scholarship. When you examine certain scholars, they'll say the Phoenicians, they don't have knowledge of the Phoenicians are Israelites. But some modern scholars say that the Phoenicians are the Canaanites that came over. That they were not. Because the Greeks called the Semitic people Phoenicians. Right. That's how we know that these Phoenicians here is not Hamites. It's our people. Now, we may have done business with them when we sailed together based upon Salmon and Haram, but the Phoenicians were Semites that were labeled that by the Greeks. All right, so Phoenicians here is, I showed you earlier, said the 10 tribes. The last book proves that these Phoenicians here, or Carthaginians, are Israelites, not Hamites. All right, so let you know who was referring to. It's Israelites here. Go ahead.
Bocart, those of Tartesses, who were a colony of the Phoenicians. For these alone possess either the spirit or the skill requisite for navigation and the transplanting of colonies into distant countries.
And the transplanting of colonies, meaning what? In the other book, Caesar and Christ, it says we had ports and we would stay there. We lived there, so we're going to do business here. I'm going to live here. We would so them sailing and navigating these areas, they would sail there, establish colonies there, and they would just stay there, live there. Go ahead.
And as there will be an effort, no doubt, to scoop the origin of the word Silures from the vowels of the Phoenician language.
Wow. So the Silures is from the Phoenicians language. Go ahead.
The learned says he well know that the inhabitants of the British Isles, as well as the Gauls.
The Gauls, I showed you that before.
Yep.
The Scythians, the Gauls, same people. Go ahead.
Were accustomed to wear breeches.
Accustomed to wear what?
Breeches.
We wasn't naked running around.
We were accustomed to wearing pants. We were a civilized people.
We didn't have a bone in our nose running butt naked. You know what I mean?
Accustomed to wearing breeches.
Hey, do you have the page with the 10? This one.
Yeah, I got pages 146 to 52. So it's in one of those pages. Wait. Go to page 148. Real quick. I found what you're looking for. Go to 148.
Yes, sir.
And stop at breeches. Go ahead.
For this, he quotes Marshall, as an old pair of breeches belonging to a poor Breton. Then he takes shelter in the language of the Arabians, in which Sowal and Sarawel, from which again comes the Spanish word Saragueles, signify all one and the same thing, namely a pair of breeches.
They wore pants. Now go to page 150 and start it now. I marked it. And then to 151, what you're talking about. Go down. I have a mark there. Right there. Now. Go ahead.
Now there is no one so unacquainted with history as not to know that the Phoenicians exported an immense.
The Phoenicians, our people, exported an immense what?
Quantity of tin from those islands.
That was a moneymaker. Tin. The tin from those islands is very, 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 very good. So people didn't know where that tin came from. Isn't there a book where we used to hide? We would hide. People couldn't sell that direction.
I believe.
Go ahead.
They alone, as Strabo informs us, had repaired thither from Gades on those commercial speculation, studiously, the while concealing their schemes from all others.
Right. I mean, they would hide so no one can sell those same routes to get that tin. Mm-hmm. So we knew how to conceal our travels. So nations gonna come there and try to monopolize on our own resources. We were smart. We weren't stupid. All right. Is that all you want? Is all we need? 152. Yeah. Read page 152. No, stop 151. Go to take care. 151. Then we'll read into 152.
Take care, however, that we do not confound these islands with the Cassiterides and the Spanish Sea, right opposite to Bayona of Tudium, which are supposed by some to have been so denominated from the immense rocks with which they are surrounded, called by the Greek inhabitants of Spain Sika. Sika from Sikos, which in their language signifies strength, a stronghold or fortress, whilst others with more probability think it a Phoenician name given to those islands before ever the Grecians set a foot in Spain.
So we named these islands. Before the Greeks got there, we named these islands. Go ahead.
And from the same circumstance as the other islands of the same name were denominated, namely their 10 mines, Sakar or Kikar, and the Syriac signifying metal of any kind.
We called it Kikar. We named it that. Sikos or Sika. Going back to the word Kikar, Syriac, or Aramaean. We spoke that too. Okay? We named those islands surrounded by rocks. Okay, that had metals surrounding them. When the Greeks got over there, and then the Greeks went over there and started selling over there as well. All right? And we sailed these seas before the Greeks were even in existence, based upon Solomon's travels and based upon our travels working with the Sidonians, and when the Sidonians fell under Alexander, we took over, capitalized on that, their fall, took over, and then the Greeks took over, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. So we got that now. So now what's up next? What we got next?
Give me, I just had it in my head. Ancient and modern Breton.
So we already showed y'all the Scottish, Anglo-Saxon name means dark man, Bretons, Welsh. I mean, how far we got to go with this? And we still ain't get the King James yet. I mean, King James at this point, to be honest, is done. The mic's already dropped because King James goes back to Scottish and Brits, Anglo-Saxons. So you kind of done at this point, to be honest. But I'm just going to just keep stabbing. I'm going to push the knife in more. I'm not finished.
Go down.
First, we're gonna kill you, historically, and then shoot the grave to make sure you're dead.
Fatality.
Where we at?
All right. Says, the West tells, this is the book called Ancient and Modern Bretons, Volume 1. The Welsh tells, it has been said, are full of black giants.
Oh, my gosh, man. Read it again.
The Welsh tells.
The Welsh tells. Remember the other book, From Whence Came the Welsh, the way of Wales, the inhabitants of Wales, Devonshire, Cornwall. Go ahead.
Is full. The Welsh tells, it has been said, are full of black giants.
Black giants. Black giants. Go ahead.
Against whom the Arthurian warriors fought.
From against whom the Arthurian warriors. Arthurian is Arthur. Fought. He was a giant too. They were big. We were big. Go ahead. Some of us are very short, and some of us are very, very tall. Go ahead.
An inference from this is that Arthur's followers were white, because the blackness of their foes would not have been particularized had they been of the same hue themselves. Now the author of history is said to have been himself of swarthy, Silurian blood.
Wow. The author of history is said to have been of black Silurian blood. King Arthur was a Silurian. Okay? So King Arthur.
Deacon already touched on it.
I touched this already.
Recapping. But the author of romance.
But the author of the romanticized author, who we all know today with the Round Table and Camelot and the Round Table and the knights and all that other stuff, and Guinevere and Lancelot and all that other stuff.
Camelot.
Merlin the wizard, that's all romanticized.
Of Normandy.
They're white. Of Normandy, right. That's a romanticized story of the savage, giant chief author of the Silures. And the reason why they call it Excalibur, because this dude was huge. And so was his sword. So they made it was magical. It wasn't magical. He was just big and strong. Go ahead.
But the author of romance has never been highly identified with him.
Right. You know what this is. Based on him.
And indeed, he is altogether difficult to localize in time and place.
We found him.
Yeah, don't let them know he's black.
Mm-hmm.
The legendary Knights of the Round Table may fairly be assumed to have been of the civilized, Christianized, and zytocratic stock of provincial Bretons.
That's black people.
Who, if represented, if represented by the barbarian prisoner of the sculpture, were in face and figure strikingly handsome, and their enemies, who are usually styled the heathen, are seen in the Welsh traditions to be black. That is they were black heathen, like the Danes or like the Moors.
The Danes or the Moors are considered to be black heathens by other blacks. Because you watch a movie, with the show called The Last Kingdom. Some of y'all watch it. It's called It's called The Last Kingdom?
Yes, sir.
And The Last Kingdom. And the Danes killed his people. They were considered heathens. They weren't Christian. So the Danes are called black heathens. But the Danes were black. Danes. That's Danish, right? The Danish? It's the same thing, right?
Danish, same thing.
Danish, Dane. That's black people that ruled. Like the Moors. They were black like the Moors. Who was this Elizabeth woman that died? Who is she? Someone's mama? Someone's aunt? She was no queen.
She's a nobody.
She's a witch. That's what she was.
That's Gollum. Precious. That's who that was that died. All right. What we got? What else we got? Jeez.
For the black people, as we know, antedate the Danish branch of that stock by many centuries. How many? No one could tell. Professor Hawksley, speaking on this subject, says that probably in the time of Caesar, and certainly in that of Tacitus, there existed in these islands two distinct types of population. The one of tall stature with fair skin, yellow hair, and blue eyes.
Yeah, white folks living there.
The other of short stature with dark skin, as dark as an Ethiopian.
So you had black people living there, and you had Esau living there. And one eventually overthrew the other and became the other. That's Esau. So the scholars know who was living where, but we were the original ones there first. Right. Esau came after, but we were there. Japheth was there first. We mingled with Japheth, mingled with him, mixed with him, took over as we always do. Then Esau came after. We started mixing with them also, and they overthrew us. Same thing. All right, is there more?
Yes, sir. I'm just read this one point.
Go ahead.
The other of short stature with dark skin, as dark as an Ethiopian, says Pliny. As dark as a Moor, says Claudian.
Dark as a Moor, go ahead.
Dark hair and black eyes. We further learn that this dark population represented by the Silures bore considerable physical resemblance to the people of Aquitania and Iberia.
See? The Silures are the same people that came from Iberia. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. That's it?
Yes, that's it.
All right, that's it. So, real quick, I can't let the time go without bringing this out. Give me J. Rogers. Nature knows no color line. Nature knows no color line, and I want page. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. I think it's 76. Page 76. I wish I'd give you that 75. Don't have 75, right? You got 75? Oh, thank the Lord. Read that, please. Man, it's like I'm teaching. I'm finding stuff as I'm teaching you at the same damn time, man.
Hey.
And I just lose more time while I'm doing it. I got to bring it out.
I was saying, a couple of messages for you, man. Check the group. Check the group real quick.
Blow it up.
Man.
Go to where it says Shakespeare. Blow it up.
Hey, shout out to Captain Joel, man.
Blow it up some. Yep.
We see you, Cap.
Damn.
Get
I know
well.
it's something Captain Joel said was mean. I'm not even gonna look at it. I know it was mean and hilarious. It's gonna throw me off. Me laughing too hard. I ain't got time to focus.
All right.
Captain Joel never miss a beat.
He doesn't miss a beat. He sits there in his room looking for ways to hurt your soul.
Sick or no sick.
All right. Wow. Don't give him no recognition. Damn. All right. Wow. Shakespeare uses.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
You're terrible, man. Even when you're not here, you're terrible. Go ahead.
Shakespeare uses Negro.
Shakespeare, in his writings, he wrote Othello. He uses Negro. Go ahead.
Only once, and uses it interchangeably with Moor.
So Negro and Moor are interchangeable during Shakespeare's time. Go ahead. And he was black, by the way. But go ahead.
In the case of a white man getting a Negro woman with child, Moor for Negro was just coming into use. But in 1623, 7 years after Shakespeare's death, James Mabel, in his translation of Alaman's Guzman de Alfarachi, uses Negro almost always for Moor.
So in the 1600s, Negro and Moor were synonymous. Negro and Moor were synonymous, okay? Now, let's jump down. Read on down.
It seems clear, therefore, from the foregoing that when Europeans place Moors in their coat of arms.
Now, this is where his information is flawed. The Europeans didn't play. No, he's right. They did. White folks did put when they conquered us, they put us in their coat of arms. So I think what's the name has a picture of us on their coat of arms. Forgot who it was. Was it Queen Elizabeth?
Could be.
I believe it was her.
They did have.
In Europe they have us on their coat of arms today. They still do. So I'm not. He's right. He's right.
It was the chariot that she rides in.
I believe that had slaves on it though, but she did have. But I forgot who it was. But the white folks do have us on their coat of arms to this day. We don't. Watch this.
They had no other than what were later called Negroes in mind. The latter appeared by thousands of heraldry. I counted 497 families in Ariastap's Memorable General that had one or more Negroes in their coats of arms.
So. This man, J. Rogers, traveled. Okay, he traveled and he came across these coats of arms. Okay, and they had images and pictures of royal figures in these coats of arms because these were the original rulers of these places. Esau is so stupid, so prideful. He said, "Yeah, you guys, these were your lands, but we got them now. So we're going to put your faces on our coats of arms over lands that you used to rule, but it's us. But those are our lands now." Go ahead, watch. It's a mockery. It's all mockery.
They did the same thing over here with Gad. A lot of the names are still Gadite names.
Yeah, like you have Tallahassee, Florida. Mm-hmm. You have Manasseh, Mount Ephraim,
Delaware.
You have Oklahoma, Minnesota,
Montauk.
They make fun of us. What's it? Montauk,
New York.
Montauk, New York. That's us. So they will name the places they took over after our people, after those who were there first, as mockery. And you guys were here, so we'll name it after you. But we're here now.
The Susquehanna River.
Right. Exactly. These are examples. Go ahead.
Where I'm at. American General that had one or more Negroes in their coats of arms. Some had as many as 6. Ciambatures, weapon book of 88 volumes had even more.
And Esau will keep the names of those places to show, okay, we conquered these guys the Montauks. We conquered them, so we're gonna name it Montauk because we conquered Montauk. So we're gonna keep the name there to remember where we conquered Montauk that was here. That's what they do.
Y'all may know it today as the Hamptons.
Yeah, the Hamptons is the Montauk Indians. Montauk, New York. When you go fishing over there, Esau's over there, the little country clubs, the Hamptons. That's the Montauk Indians. It's called Montauk, New York. Go ahead.
Families with Negro in their coats of arms range from Sicily to Finland.
Families of Negro, go ahead.
497. Of the 497 I counted in Restrap, France had 146.
Next page. Watch this. Blow it up. Bring it down. Read it.
Negroes in coats of arms of noble families.
Now. You see, blow it up. Zoom in some. Zoom in. Right there. Woman right there. Zoom into her right here. The woman with the crown around her waist. Look at her carefully. Look at her very carefully. See her sister right there? Keep in mind that. Now, keep in mind. Who could this be? Who could this possibly be? It's not a white woman. The hair, the nose, the lips, the afro, right? Look over to the right. Go over to the right. Who could that be? Move over to the right. Who could that be? Let's go down. Bring it in. What does it say?
Blackmore. Argent. A fesse between three Blackmores. Heads erased. Sable. Those of... That's all it says.
Jump down to the bottom of the page.
Yeah, right here. British families. Top left. The Morris of Yorkshire.
Stop. Top left is the Moors of Yorkshire. Remember Devonshire before? This is Yorkshire. Watch this.
Including Sir Thomas More.
You had Sir Thomas More. The top left is Sir Thomas More. Go ahead.
Chancellor of Henry VIII.
He was the Chancellor of Henry VIII, who was also black. I'm going to get to that later on, though. Go ahead.
Yorkshire Genealogist, Volume 2. Okay, this is the book. The others are from Fairbairn's Book of Cress. Fox Davies, Armorial Families, and Elwin's Book of Cress.
I'm trying to find where it shows who she is.
So you can find these pics of us in those books. And matter of fact, the brother at the top right here, the bigger pic right there, and I think it's in the Fairbairn, but it goes more in depth on him, from the land of the Moors, pretty much.
Hold on, trying to find where it shows who she is. We got out of time too. Hold on. It tells you who she is to the right.
Oh, the sister right here?
I don't want to spoil it. Hold on. It tells you who she is to the right.
You just want to leave it right there, D?
I'm about to leave it there.
Pick it back up.
Hold on, I'm trying. You have to leave it right there. I want to drop the bomb because that's. Hold on. Say something real quick. I got to throw who she is. Hold on. Say something real fast.
Yeah, real quick. We get Exodus. Exodus 24, 22, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually 23, 24.
Yes, sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 24. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them and quite break down their images.
So this is what this history is doing for us right now. We are breaking down the false image that was given to us, and you're getting evidence, proof by scholars that, as Deacon is bringing out, that who we are, when we say we are great people, we were powerful people, it's just forgotten. It's not a lie. We're not trying to boast ourselves up. It's fact that the Israelites were rulers on the face of this earth. Even after we left our law, statutes, and commandments, we were rulers on this earth. You understand? So we're breaking down their images so right now we can get back to that rulership. And we know we can't do it without God's laws. It's been attempted before. There's a lot of failures in our people that try to restore the state of our culture, our identity. They all fail. So right now, as the Lord stated in Exodus 23, we're breaking down their images, and Esau don't like that. Not at all.
I'm just gonna say who she is. Bring it back up. I'll bring it to y'all next week who she is. It's in the book. I don't know why I don't see it. It's probably because I'm in a rush. That's Queen Elizabeth. That's King James' aunt. That's Queen Elizabeth there. That's the original Queen Elizabeth, the so-called ancestor of the one that died. That's Queen Elizabeth right there.
And you know,
okay, when she died, she made King James the 6th and 1st. That's who that is.
Damn, y'all got a bigger bomb?
That's Queen Elizabeth there. That's why I brought this book here. All right? The book says who this is. I cannot find it for some reason. That damn devil. Damn the devil. But that's Queen. I believe that's Queen Elizabeth in that picture right here. That's Queen Elizabeth. I don't know why it's saying Thomas More. You saw something that says Queen. Let me see.
Yeah, go back to that one page that was just up.
If it's not her, it's this one girl over here. Go to page 89. I believe this is her though. Yeah, next week I'm going to confirm it, but I know it's her that says it. Like it literally says her name. Yeah, blood up right there. I think that's her there. It's one of them. That's a queen there. She got a sword in the other and a crown. See that statue has in her hand? What's the name? Where it said the same thing in her hand.
Right.
See that stab? Blow it up. Bring it some more. Bring it some more. Bring it down. Can't say she's white. She got a little staff in her hand. But I know in this book it tells you that that's Queen Elizabeth. One of them. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look for it fast, but we'll end it on that. End it on that. Shout out to the IT team. Shout out to the breakfast team. I'm aggravated now. I know as soon as I close out, it's gonna find her name. But it's all right. We're just gonna start off next week with that. With her.
Real quick, go back to the other image. The first one Deke brought up. Just a little attention to detail. In that, she's right in between a crown. And I guarantee you, that crown she had probably had the most precious jewels. And the key thing is it wasn't stolen.
Right. That was ours.
You know what I mean? The Queen Elizabeth, the Black Queen Elizabeth, was not a thief.
No.
That family was wealthy. They didn't have to steal from other nations as the imposter did. That's heavy.
Right.
She sitting right in that crown, man.
So we're gonna end it on that. I really wish I could find that page where it says it. I'm gonna find it. And I know I read in here that that's her. So we'll just stay tuned for next week. All praise to the Lord. Announcements, get done. I'll look for what you announce.
Yes, hey, Israel, let's give Deacon a hand for that class. All praise the Most High. That thing was fire. All praise. Let's bring up those announcements. All right. Israel, do not forget to subscribe to Our Hidden History Radio on YouTube as well as IUIC Philadelphia, okay? Hit the notifications button so you know when we go live, as well as the IUIC Philadelphia in the classroom page, okay? You can donate to Our Hidden History on PayPal to iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. In the comment section, put OHH, all right? Don't forget to donate to the Booster Club, iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. And last but not least, subscribe to IUIC TV to get exclusive content from the leadership of IUIC. Next up, tune in to Raven and Wolves with Deacon Malachi. All right? All praise the Most High.
All praises.
All praises.
All right, y'all. So until next week, shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Shalom.
Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know your history, history,
yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know your history, history,
yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it?